I'm trying to read the books on my physical TBR faster than I acquire them. Unfortunately, for the month of June, I read a lot of library books, audiobooks, and ebooks, so those don't count for this. So I started the month off with 549 books, and then my friends and I went to the Birchway Book Riot, and I got 11. That was Another Faust by Daniel and Dinah Nayeri, Runaway and Airhead by Meg Cabot, Lullaby by Amanda Hawking, Unearthly by Cynthia Hand, Heaven by Alexandra Adornetto, Fun and Games by Piers Anthony, Alphas, Sealed with a Diss, Bratfest at Tiffany's, and The Clique, all by Lissy Harrison. Thankfully, I had already read 8 of those books. The only ones I hadn't read yet were Lullaby, Unearthly, and Another Faust, so that only raises my physical TBR by 3 to 552. Then I read The Dead Cattail Assassins by P. DeJelly Clark, which brought my physical TBR down to 551. And then I read That Time I Got Drunk and Yeeted a Love Potion at a Werewolf by Kimberly Lemming, which also brought my physical TBR down to 550. Unfortunately, then I acquired a couple of books. And that is Gate to Kagoshima by Poppy Kuroki, and The Apothecary Diaries Light Novels Volume 1 and 2 by Natsu Hyuga, which raised my physical TBR by 3 to 553. But then I read Volume 1, bringing it back down to 552. I then finished Under the Oak Tree by Suji Kim, Volume 1, the light novel. Really enjoyed this. I then acquired, based on Danielle's recommendation, these absolutely gorgeous copies of Daughter of the Pirate King, Daughter of the Siren Queen, and Vengeance of the Pirate Queen, all by Tricia Levenseller. Do I regret it? No, they're absolutely gorgeous. I will love seeing these on my shelf. But it did raise my physical TBR again up to 554. I then also acquired, I dropped my books. I then also acquired So This Is Ever After by F.T. Lukens. This was our June book club book of the month, so I've already read this. This does not change my physical TBR at all. I then finished This Is How You Lose the Time War by Max Gladstone and Amal El Mohardar, which brought my physical TBR down to 553. Unfortunately, I finished the month by acquiring Fall of Ruin and Wrath by Jennifer L. Armentrout and The Claiming of Sleeping Beauty by Anne Rice, which brought my physical TBR to 555. So I started the month with 549 books. I ended the month with 555 books. Not awful, considering how many I acquired, but not necessarily added to my physical TBR. I only added 6 books, and I'd say while I didn't go down, that's still an improvement for the last couple of months, so I'm counting it as a win.